On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. This defense for the Broncos, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags 1st down. The Jaguars at 10-5 to start play. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. And the Broncos will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And there's so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
A huge play there for Denver. 53 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Back to throw. Pass complete to Judy on the out route. And they'll work this down inside the 30. 2nd and 6. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 13-yard line. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll drop to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Toss left side for Etienne. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Touchdown, Jaguars! A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jags' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
These two teams all tied after one. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. Out quickly to Judy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Looking to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll set up to throw. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
This defense has really flown around in the 1st half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Back to throw here. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
A give, it's Etienne off the option. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Gregory Rousseau in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. So he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Let's go. Right, 97. Real green. Stop, 17.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here now, Johnny Townsend. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Take it at the 37. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap, allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
A give to Etienne running right.
They'll get it to the 23-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a 2nd, but you're right, not to be. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the 1st down. It's now 1st and goal.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run with Etienne.
And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
Now the defense going to use the 1st of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half.
Patterson's kick is good.
And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
On the move past the 40. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. On the counter, Etienne.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Next to score, Jaguars 17, Broncos 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From the 6. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
So how about this for a turn of events? They cut the lead with a touchdown, and then on the ensuing kickoff, get the football right back.
And what a swing in a short amount of time, because the momentum was totally against them. Now it's all in their favor. They've got it.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On play action, they'll throw. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tyler Lockett, 72 yards.
And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Taken in at the 3.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Third quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Pulled in at the 24. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
ETN up the middle. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Back to throw.
The throw out to Ross. He's got it. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Being chased out left. This complete to Lockett.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. It was DJ Jones who was there for the tackle.
So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be.
So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. He'll drop to throw.
He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. Finding room at midfield.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 36 yards on the play.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He'll look to throw, and that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
And they'll run with ETN.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Second and 9 now.
And that's complete to ETN out of the backfield.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
John Ross from 4 yards out.
And the Jaguars will add to their 4th quarter lead. Patterson now for the extra point.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Jags will take over possession here up at the 44.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The tight end in motion right.
Here's Robinson again on second down.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. They'll look to throw here.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Instead of a 3rd-and-1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. Probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth-quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you've got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. He ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Here's Robinson again on second down.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer as this game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, not only the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last drive, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the
game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Jags,
They improved to 11-5 now with 1 week remaining.